On this episode of Canine Corner, we'll be sharing some tips for road tripping with your pup. We'll meet a team from the Hope Animal Assisted Crisis Response Organization. Plus, we'll learn some dog walking safety tips. And we'll introduce you to this adorable guy who's looking for a forever home. All this coming up right now on Canine Corner. I'm Rhiannon Trutanich, your host for Canine Corner, the show that your dog will give 2 paws up. We have a bow wow-rific episode for you today. My co-host Popeye Trutanich will be joining me to share some safety tips for road tripping with your dog, and the Pacific Southwest Regional Director for the Hope Animal Assisted Crisis Response Organization and his dog will be joining me to talk about the work they do. And Jean Brasovich from Tranquil Pet will be stopping by to share some dog walking safety tips. But first, let's meet some adorable rescue dogs from Wag's Pet Adoption.
Wag's Pet Adoption was founded by Dr. Tia Greenberg in July of 2011, and it was brought on because the City of Westminster did not have their own animal shelter. We are in the City of Westminster. We're at 6621 Westminster Boulevard. We're right next to Home Depot. It's a good big landmark for everyone to see. Can't tell how big we are by driving by. We are currently taking care of over 700 animals. Contacting us is actually very easy. Our shelter phone is a cell phone, so we can respond to text messages way faster than answering the phone.
Love that.
Because of the 700 animals. So the phone number is 714-887-6156, and again, texting is faster to get through. We are we are happy to answer any questions that anybody has, or come down to the address. All the animals, for the most part, are on property. We do foster out our neonates, our bottle babies, things that aren't old enough yet to be put up for adoption, but they do come in as well, so the turnover is always happening. But plenty of animals for people to see on property. Application process is pretty simple. Our goal is to get them out the door and not to hold on to them forever. So, you know, as long as it's a good fit and our staff feel that a dog like Popper would be good for your family, then he's going home the same day. This is Popper and Piper. They're both 10 to 12 years old. They are heavily bonded, but they didn't come in together. They found each other inside the shelter. Popper came in as a stray and Piper was an owner surrender. We believe that they are both housebroken. The owner for Piper didn't really tell us a whole lot about her except for that she had some separation anxiety. We have not seen any evidence of that, but we think that it's because she has a friend, and Popper really likes having this big girl to hang out with too. There we go. So again, not 100% sure if they're housebroken, but they do act like they are in their kennel. She likes to eat. He likes to share his food.
Good team.
Yes, it's a good pair together. They both walk well on a leash. Piper is a little bit slower because she is pretty overweight and she needs someone that will help her with a weight loss program. Other than that, I think they'd be great house dogs for someone that's willing to take on a senior pair. And on Saturdays, our senior dogs are $50. We have a senior Saturday program, so kind of an enticement to try to get the older guys out of the shelter a little bit faster. So this is Glory. Glory came into us as a stray as well. She is a 7 to 9-year-old Chihuahua. She is the funniest little dog at our shelter. Another one that participates in dog yoga and jumps and plays and flips around with all the young puppies and chases them through the people and is just so much fun. She has the best little personality. Definitely not what you would think of for a senior dog, where she's very sedentary and just wants to hang out on the couch. No, this girl is a go girl. She wants to go on walks. She wants to go exploring. She would love to go on hikes. She's so much fun, but you don't have to deal with puppy stuff. So there's like best of both worlds with Glory. So this is Stitch. He's about 1.5 years old. He was found running around a church parking lot in the City of Westminster, and it took a whole gaggle of people to catch him. He was super scared with all the cars and the strangers. So he needs a little bit high, buddy. He needs a little more patient owner. I think will blossom into a fantastic family dog. He definitely has that desire to please and he wants to be around people. He's just a little bit standoffish at first. So definitely a home with teens and adults, possibly even with kids, as long as they were respectful and understood that he needed his space. but this dog has the makings of a fantastic family pet. So this is Ruth Ann. She is a special needs puppy. She's about 6 to 8 months old. We think she's maybe a Maltipoo or a poodle and a terrier mix. She has some mobility issues, so it makes her kind of swim in place or stumble a little bit when she's walking. We are still waiting to get her to the neurologist to get a diagnosis, but we are adopting her as is. So someone would just need to know that they would be taking on a special needs baby, but it would be nice to at least just know what is going on. Does not stop her one bit. She runs and plays and gives kisses and curls over or rolls over for her belly to be rubbed. Super happy puppy. She has no idea that she's stumbling. She just wants to be around people. So she is another one that would be a great family pet. This is O'Neill. He is about a 10-month-old Chiweenie, so Chihuahua and Dachshund mix, and he is the party animal of the shelter. If you are looking for a little dog to take on every single adventure that you could ever want to do with a dog, this is the guy to do it with. He will, another one that runs and flips and plays and will climb up on anything and nothing's scary. And you want me to play with your kids? Great. You want me to cuddle? Great. What are we gonna go for a hike? Awesome. He is just ready to go on every single adventure. So fantastic family dog, especially for an active family that wants to take their dog everywhere with them. O'Neill is the guy.
If you are interested in adopting one of the dogs, please contact Wags Pet Adoption by visiting wagspetadoption.org or call 714-887-6156. Okay, those dogs are so cute. You know you want to adopt one or two. I'm going to put the Wags Pet Adoption information up one more time just in case. Those dogs would be the best companion to go on a walk with, to hang out on the couch and watch movies with, and of course, to go on a road trip with. Which brings me to our next segment. Going on a road trip with your dog can be so much fun, but it's important to keep your pet safe when on the open road. So my co-host Popeye Trutanich is here with me now to help share some safety tips when going on a road trip with your dog. So Popeye and I love going on road trips together. It's so much fun to get away with your canine companion for a couple days. But it's also important to keep your pup safe. So we're gonna share some tips so you can be a prepared pet owner on the open road. La la la, la 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 la. So the most important thing you're gonna want to do happens before you ever leave on the road trip. It's taking your dog to the vet beforehand. You're gonna wanna make sure that your dog is up to date on all vaccines as well as a wellness exam, and you're gonna wanna bring all those documents with you on the road trip. You can actually have your vet print them out for you if you don't have them at home. I have all of Popeye's here in a nice folder, really organized, really easy. They're also in a waterproof folder, just in case anything's spilled in the car or anything like that. Now, the next thing you're gonna wanna do is to make sure you're staying at pet-friendly hotels along the way. You can call the hotels beforehand to make sure that number one, they're pet-friendly. Number two, find out if they have any breed restrictions, any weight restrictions, anything like that. You also might wanna check and see if they have any pet deposits. A lot of hotels require a pet deposit when you're checking in with a furry friend. And as pet parents, we always want to hope for the best, but prepare for the worst. So it's important to look up animal hospitals and pet urgent cares along your route, just so you're prepared in case anything was to happen. You can write the numbers down or store them in your phone as well as the addresses, just to make sure you're prepared. So being that I am a helicopter parent, I love to overpack for Popeye. And since we're traveling by car, there's a little bit more room for me to bring a lot more stuff. I of course bring a lot of water for Popeye as well as his regular dog food, and I make sure to keep him on his regular feeding schedule. And of course I bring a lot of dog treats, because what is a road trip without snacks? Popeye definitely agrees on that one. A couple other things I of course bring doggy bags, lots of them. And I bring an extra leash for Popeye, just in case something was to happen to his, I have a backup one. And I also bring these seatbelt dog harnesses so I can strap him in while we're driving. It hooks into the seatbelt in the car, and it just hooks right onto the back of his harness. It's great to have, keeps your dog safe while you guys are on the road. And I mean, I wear my seatbelt, so he should wear his too. A couple other things that I bring. I bring a first aid kit for both me and Popeye, and as any good prepared pet owner, potty pads, definitely a must-have if you're traveling with your dog. A couple other things that I bring to make the trip a little bit more comfortable for Popeye. I bring his favorite blanket, as well as his aromatherapy pillow, which as you can see, he's just resting on right now. And I also bring some different toys. A must-have on the road is Popeye's favorite bone. It definitely keeps him occupied while we're driving and seems to make the time go by a little faster. So when you're traveling with your dog, it's important to stop every couple hours for about 15 to 30 minutes, just so your canine companion can walk around a little bit or use the restroom. Now, another thing to remember when traveling with your pup is that you can't stop for food and leave your dog unattended in the car. So it's important to pack lots of snacks. I love my snacks, so I always have them with me. As you can see, Popeye, these aren't yours. I'm not sharing this time. That was a one-time deal. You also want to pack a cooler with some cold beverages, maybe some sandwiches. You can, of course, stop at a fast food restaurant and go through the drive-thru. That's one of Popeye's top 5 favorite activities. Another thing for a road trip is a music playlist, of course. Popeye loves his tunes in the car, so we always listen to music on the road. This may help if your dog is feeling anxious or gets a little nervous in the car. And if your dog does get stressed out while you guys are driving, you can of course take more frequent stops. Or if you're traveling with someone else, you can have them sit in the back seat with your pup. This may help if your dog's feeling a little anxious or gets nervous while you're driving. Getting out of town for a quick getaway or planning on visiting family in a couple months as the holidays approach, Popeye and I hope these tips help you be a prepared pet parent on the open road. I hope you give these tips a try the next time you and your pup go on a road trip. We're going to take a short break, but don't go anywhere. There's much more doggone fun when we come back. Welcome back to Canine Corner. I'm your host, Rhiannon Trutanich. The Hope Animal Assisted Crisis Response Organization is a national group that provides canine comfort support in crisis and disaster situations. Steve Booth and his dog Henry Booth are here now to talk to us about the work they do with Hope. Henry Booth is not your average dog. He and his handler Steve are members of the Hope organization.
Hope organization is a crisis response, canine crisis response organization. We're all volunteer, nonprofit organization that sends canines and teams to disasters and any kind of crisis.
The organization's mission statement is to provide comfort and encouragement through animal-assisted support to individuals affected by crisis and disasters. And they do that and so much more.
Most of the times it's some sort of disaster. It's wildfires, earthquakes, floods, first responder deaths, school deaths, any kind of crisis or disaster that happens in the nation.
So you guys are going towards the things that most people are coming away from.
That's correct. We've done a lot of fire base camps is the main thing we've been doing lately. We've done a lot of school deaths. I mean, we go into where most therapy dogs are not allowed to go into because we're specifically trained to handle the uncontrolled environment.
The Hope Animal Assisted Crisis Response teams are placed across the country so they can respond to situations no matter where they are.
So, I mean, the biggest thing is there's 248 crisis response canine teams in Hope AACR. So it shows you how special and how difficult it is to find a dog and find a team that can work what these dogs do.
And going into crisis situations, the Hope organization teams must be highly trained.
So basically, we're the only teams that are accredited by FEMA to work any kind of disaster. And with that, we have our training, which we have human CPR, we have pet CPR, we also have psychological first aid trained through American Red Cross. So you're getting a well-trained team that has been to disasters and crisis and are ready to go.
And since disaster can strike at a moment's notice, the teams are always ready to go.
Since we're a crisis response organization, our notice can be as little as an hour. Normally